All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Team Living Water team call on Friday afternoon. I'm recording this, so if you're not watching this live, if anything doesn't make sense to you when you watch it or you have any questions, you can always private message me or comment below the post where this video is. But today is going to be very informal, real just kind of one-on-one, if you will, even though there's a group of us, to talk about how to finish the month and hit Success Club and finish strong. Because this is the time of the month usually when we all kind of step back and go, oh, I don't have enough Success Club points yet. What do I do? You know, and we kind of feel like we missed the mark or it's too late. And I want you guys to really realize that it's not. It's never too late. I've seen people hit Success Club the last day of the month, go from 0 to 5 or 10. It's just about having a plan and knowing exactly what you need to do to make that happen and being willing to do it. I shared a little bit about this in the video that I posted a few days ago, but I'm going to go over some of the same material and add a little more detail about what I do, because the last few months for me have been insane. I have gone through a whole lot of craziness, and we have a lot of craziness coming up in front of us. And so I've been off on following the team calendar, on my power hours. Like, I just haven't been as diligent as I know I need to be. And yet I still have managed to hit Success Club because it's non-negotiable for me, and it always has been. Here's what I did on the 22nd of the month when I realized I have 1 Success Club point, and that's not good. What I do every month, and if you're not following the team calendar yet, you need to be. In fact, let me screen share and let's talk about the team calendar a little bit. Let me pull that up so you can see what I'm talking about, just in case you haven't looked at it before. Okay. Okay, can you, oops. Where did the screen go? There you are. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Somebody shake your head. You can't see my screen? Chelsea's saying yes. Okay, all right, so here is our team calendar for June. And I posted this at the end of May. Guys, this is something I really need you to pay attention to and follow. When I do these team calendars, I use them, yes, but this is there for your benefit, because if you don't have a plan for your business and a plan that you actually follow for the month, you're going to be scrambling at the end of the month every single month. And the reason I know that is because for 2 years, that's what I did. And I was incredibly inconsistent, and it was always hard to hit Success Club 5. And when I implemented using a team calendar and actually sticking to a plan that was the same every month, it changed so much for me. So generally speaking, what we're going to do is the same basic thing every month. So on the first week of the month, you're going to do a free challenge, or it may be the very last week of the previous month, depending on how the weeks fall. But you'll see for June, what I did was start a free challenge at the very end of May, going into the first week of June. Then, once those people are getting results, they're feeling good, they're using your meal plan, they're seeing the benefits of having coaching and an accountability group, then you invite all those people and other people into your challenge group sneak peek. And this is something that's new. I posted a video about it, and if you need reference to that, again, just let me know. Something that some of the top coaches are doing that is genius. So you invite a ton of people to come in and just take a sneak peek at your challenge group. So they're not committing to buy anything yet. They just are kind of coming in to take a look and see what it's all about, because a lot of people don't really know. So in that group, you make it fun and exciting and energized, and you share success stories, you share your own story, you talk about the benefits of a challenge group and of accountability and support, and how with Beachbody they get fitness, nutrition, and support all wrapped into one. You talk about the benefits of Shakeology, you give away prizes, and then you really talk it up when somebody actually follows through and pays for their challenge pack. You post in there and you tag them and say, so-and-so just got their challenge pack, she's all ready to go for my next challenge group, who's going to join her next, who's going to be the next one? And so there's this like herd mentality almost, where they're like, oh, well, she did it, so maybe I should do it. And everybody kind of gets excited about it. So that's something that's really awesome to be able to implement. If you go ahead and add that to your calendar for next month, it will make a big difference. There's a lot of different stuff in here that I put just to help you guys kind of map out your week and what you should be focusing on each week. generally speaking, the first 2 weeks of the month, I focus on promoting my challenge group. And the last 2 weeks of the month, I focus on promoting coaching. There's a lot of variation in that sometimes, but the main point is having a focus and having a plan. So the third week, which this was kind of the fourth week, June was kind of weird because the first fell on a Wednesday. But the fourth week is when I start my prep week for my challenge group, my paid challenge group. So you've done your free challenge. You've shown people the value of having a coach and of having a plan. Then you give them a sneak peek into what your challenge group is like. They do their orders in here. And then the next week you start prep week for your challenge group. So this month, for instance, we're going to be prepping on the high fat, low carb lifestyle. We're going to be reading the Made diet book. We're going to be talking about why high fat is better for you than high carb and how it all works in your body. Talking about the meal plans and getting everything ready. You'll see in here that we have our leadership councils in, we have our team calls in here. So it really helps keep you organized and tells you what to focus on. Then that same week, you start promoting your coach backstage pass or your coach sneak peek event that starts the following week. So on week 4, your paid challenge begins and we have the coach backstage pass usually on that Tuesday. So I'm not going to go into all the details, but you can really see how if you will keep this up, if you will print it and hang it up on your calendar or on your bulletin board, it will help keep you on track. And then you won't be scrambling because you've already started your challenge group right here, right? You've had most of your orders in the first 2 weeks of the month. So you should have hit Success Club by the 15th easily, which is always the goal. Where did we go? Hang on. There we go. Okay, so I want to open it up right now real quick. Any questions on the team calendar? If that was unfamiliar to you or if something was confusing, I know I went through it kind of fast. So any questions right now before I move on? If you have a question, unmute yourself or wave me down and I'll unmute you. Okay, cool. So if there's no questions, you guys are either already following it completely or are committed to following it for July, yes? Okay. So the next part of this and how I went, obviously I didn't follow the team calendar very well in June because of the craziness of my life recently. But with that said, I still knew exactly what I needed to do to make sure I hit Success Club when I realized on the 22nd, oh crap, I'm at 1 point. That's not good because I need to hit Success Club 5 to keep my All-Star Legend streak going. And I needed at least 5 points to be able to go to the Success Club concert party at Summit. So I started going back to what I would have normally done earlier in the month. And the first thing I did was to create a event page. Is my internet cutting out for you guys? Or can you hear me?
It's spotty here and there.
Let me go downstairs where the router is. Okay, so the first thing I did was go create a new event page for a paid challenge group. I did my free challenge earlier in the month, so I had already kind of started talking to people. I just didn't follow through on it completely in the first 2 weeks. So in week 3, that's exactly what I went back to. I went and created an event page, a very simple one. Usually I do these cute cover photos that are customized and have my picture. And things have been so crazy for me. I didn't. I just got a stock photo that said Summer Shape Up and put it up there. And I just went to inviting. I started inviting everybody. And guys, don't hand select the people that you invite. Don't feel like you have to know, okay, well, this person's been liking my stuff or this person I've already talked to a little bit, so I'm going to invite them specifically. Max out your invites every time. Every single month, I send out close to, if not 500 invites for my challenge group. And guess what? Not 500 people join. a lot less than 500 people join. But the more people you get exposure to, the more people you get it in front of, the more people are going to say they're interested, and then you get the chance to talk with them. Because out of 500, I may have somewhere between 10 and 25 who say going or interested. But not all of those people are going to say yes. Even if they say going, they may not understand that it's a paid challenge, or they may, decide that they don't want Shakeology or whatever. You need as many people to go through the 5-step invitation process with as possible. So if you haven't done this for this month yet, do it today. Get an invite event page put together and max out your invites. Invite everybody that you can. Just go through and click names as quickly as you can. It takes me forever to do it, but it's worth it. Because now I am at Success Club 5 as soon as this last order processes, and I've got like 4 or 5 other conversations going that are really strong. So it's never too late. You just have to make yourself do it. So if you haven't done your event page for your paid challenge group, do it. 21-day fix is on sale this month. That's what most of us are doing. I'm going to be doing 21-day fix with the high fat, low carb challenge woven in there. You guys can even add them to my challenge group this time, since this is a new protocol that we're doing. If you want to just team up, and that's what Miranda's doing for her team, for her personally sponsored coaches. So I'm more than happy to offer that to you guys as well, especially those who are doing really well with the high fat, low carb and want to pay it forward. Second thing that I do is I go back to all the posts. If I haven't made a list in a while, I'll go back as far as a week. All the posts about coaching or sprinkling coaching, about fitness, about my challenge groups, about the results people are getting. And I write down the names of all the people who liked and commented, and I send them a message. And you've heard this before, but how many times do we not do it? A lot. And those people are usually ripe for the picking. They like what you're putting out there. They already think that you're great. So they're going to be willing to talk to you most of the time. So I'll just send them a message that simply says something like, hey, so-and-so, thank you so much for liking my post about such and such. I know it may seem like such a small thing for you, but it really does mean a lot to me to see people are paying attention to what I'm putting out there and supporting me and cheering me on. Were you liking or commenting just to show support, or would you like more information about what it is that I'm doing? So always ask them a question. Don't just thank them, because then the conversation may not go where you need it to go. Ask them, what made you like that post about it? What was it that motivated you or inspired you? Or, are you working on some health and fitness goals yourself? I would love to hear about what you're doing and how it's working for you. Just ask questions and get a conversation started. That's one of the best ways. Last month was kind of the same for me as this month. And I got to the middle of the month, the third week of the month, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough Success Club points. What am I going to do? And that's exactly what I did. I went back to all those posts. I started messaging everybody that had liked and commented. And I ended the month with Success Club 11, where I was like at 2 in the middle of the month. You just have to be brave and bold enough to start the conversations and follow the processes that you know work, the 5-step process, asking lots of questions, finding out about their goals, and being open and vulnerable with your story. Excuse me. Number 3, the third thing you can do to start getting some interest in your challenge group and in challenge packs and people joining you in your journey is to do a really good transformation post. Give a recent update on where you are, but word it in a way that really pulls on the heartstrings of the people who follow you. I've been thinking about what I'm going to post about and what I need to share about. I don't know if I'm going to do it this week. I may save it for later, but one of the things in my story that was really hard but shaped me in such a huge way was my going through horrible, debilitating postpartum depression. And a lot of moms out there can relate to that, but most of the time they don't want to talk about it because there's so much shame surrounding it. So when I share my story about that, I get a lot of response because it makes people feel like they're not alone. And I can throw in there how good nutrition and supplements and Shakeology and fitness have been a huge part of my recovery because of the way we heal from the inside out. So think about things that are going to really touch people on a heart level and share that. Be vulnerable, be brave with your story, and share what you have struggled through and what you've made it through, because that's going to inspire others and it's going to make them want to work with you because they trust you. So those are my top 3 tips for what you can do now, even though it's already the 24th, to hit Success Club. Guys, it doesn't take a ton of prep time. You can do that. You can start this today. You could hit Success Club today. Okay? Don't overthink it. Go do it. Invite as many people as you can. On the team call last night with Fresh and Fit, Katie McGilvray, Katie Carter, Jessica Heckel, and Kelly Williams kind of co-led and talked about the power of success pods. And they gave an example of one of the top coaches who's an 8-star diamond who had a really rough month and was at Success Club 0 like a few days before the month ended. She sent out like 300 something invites to hit Success Club 5, because the longer you wait, the harder it is. You don't have as much time to plan. You don't have as much time to kind of select who you're going to talk to. But the point is, just do whatever it takes. Don't stop until you get there. And we talk about this all the time, but until Success Club is a non-negotiable for you, your business will always stall out. Success Club is the monthly marker that says, yes, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it well. It's not the only benchmark, but it is one of the most important. So if you're not hitting Success Club every month, if it's not non-negotiable for you, where you will do whatever it takes to hit Success Club no matter what, then your mindset has to shift. And you know what? Let me throw in a number 4 in there, because this is probably the most important one. Until you are set, until your mind is set on the fact that you will hit Success Club, that there is no exception, no excuse that can keep you from hitting it, the chances of you not hitting it are a lot higher. You have to make that decision, as scary as it sounds, because I know if you've struggled to hit Success Club in the past, it's hard to make that commitment to yourself. It's hard to think, you know what, I'm just going to do it. No more excuses, no way around it. There is nothing that's going to stand in my way. I will hit Success Club every single month. I know that's scary. I know it's hard to commit to when you feel like you haven't been able to do it in the past, but the funny thing is, making that decision and that commitment to yourself is the number one thing that will allow that to happen from now on. When you get to the 24th or the 25th of the month and you go, well, I didn't make it last month, I really tried, but I guess 3 points is okay. That mentality will pull you down every single time. Not that 3 points isn't great, that's lives changed, and we celebrate that. But from a business standpoint, Success Club has to be non-negotiable. It has to be something that you make sure happens every month, no matter what. Now, I don't want to brag on myself. I hope this doesn't come off like that, because Success Club has been a struggle for me a long time, especially before I was following the systems and the team calendar and all that. But when I became a coach, Miranda told me, if you want to be successful, you have to hit Success Club 5 every month. She said it, so I said, okay, I'm going to hit Success Club 5 every month. I made that decision from the very beginning. I missed it 1 month in my entire career. I was almost all-star. And when I missed it, it was at the very end of my postpartum depression. I still have no clue how I hit Success Club 5 in the 6 months that I was not on social media, because I was in my bed and wanting to die because I couldn't get out of bed and couldn't function. I have no idea how it happened, but it did. So if it can happen for me in that state, it can happen for you. You guys are amazing. You have everything you need. You have amazing stories of overcoming. Leslie, share how you've overcome anxiety in such crazy, awesome ways, and how you have stepped out and gotten out of your comfort zone because this opportunity and this community made you brave enough to do it, and you were able to do personal development and learn about yourself and how you were an overcomer and you didn't have to sit and be afraid. Share that, because so many women will relate to that. You know, Christy, I know you share about things all the time, which, I mean, you're so great at sharing your story, but do something really heart-wrenching about thyroid and infertility and the things that you've had to overcome, and how becoming a part of this community made you realize that there are so many other people that have dealt with similar things and have said, you know what, I'm not going to settle for that. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to stand up and take my health back. Post something empowering, something that will inspire people to go, yeah, that's me. That's me. And if she can do it, maybe I can too. Okay. So those are my 4 tips. The mindset thing has to be there. And now I would say, if anything else, that's the number one thing that will keep you missing Success Club as a coach. If you haven't made that mental decision that it's not an option to miss it. So even if you're scared, commit to it and do what it takes to hit it. And you won't miss it anymore. And you'll be amazed at where your business is in a year from now, if you will hit it every single year or every single month from now until next year. So I'm going to open it up for questions now, or concerns, things that you're, not sure about or that you want help with.
Brandy, what did you say the name of that group is that you're starting, and when is it starting? Was it Summer Shape Up?
Summer Slim Down.
Summer Slim Down.
Yeah, I can post the link to my event page in the team page after this if you want.
Okay.
I can put it on the door. Hang on.
And
and I'm going to probably change the cover photo to reflect the high-fat, low-carb thing. It's just kind of in a work in progress. Hold on just a second, guys.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can post the event page link in the team page if you guys want to jump on board with me on that. I'm in the process of going through Melissa McAllister's protocol for using the 21-day fixed calendars or containers with the high-fat, low-carb lifestyle. So that's what we're going to be using. Everybody that signs up for my challenge group, I'm having them do the 21-day fix challenge pack with Shakeology, because that's where some of our carbs come from. And we'll be talking about the protocol during prep week next week.
Don't you also have an event that's called Eat Fat, Lose Weight? Is that your free?
No, that's Miranda's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'll be doing the same plan as what she's doing.
Okay. My other question is, when you're sending out the event page, as you mentioned too, 500 people, and the message that you're sending out for the ones that actually have liked other posts, when you're sending out your event page, are you sending any kind of message, or you're just inviting?
I'm not sending out the event page. I'm inviting them to the event page. Do you know what I mean by that?
Right. But are you also sending a message to them as well, or you're just inviting them?
Not to everyone. I don't send a message until the people respond. Then I send a message to the people who click going or interested.
Okay.
And that's when I start with the conversation that I've gone over before with, hey, so-and-so, I'm so excited that you are interested in joining my Summer Slim Down Challenge group. It's going to be amazing. The ladies who are doing the test group for this program are getting incredible results. Can you tell me a little bit about your goals and what made you interested in this challenge? And then, bam, you're right into the 5-step process. Easy peasy. And then the other messages that I send are the people who are liking and commenting on any fitness, health, nutrition, coaching related posts.
Okay. Alrighty. I think one thing that you mentioned about sharing my story, which I do, but one thing that I have that I could use some help with is, forming the call to action, and then what you were talking about, like pulling on the heartstrings as well. So I know that's an area that I could use some help with.
I would say keep it very simple. Usually my call to action is something like, if this resonates with your heart and you'd like to join me on this journey, like, comment, or send me a private message. And then I know whoever likes it is giving me permission to send them a message. I mean, that's usually what something to that effect of my call to action is. Just asking them for some kind of response that gives me the green light to initiate a conversation.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Any other questions? No? Okay, well, if there are no other questions, then I'm going to end the call. I'll post the recording, and if you guys will go do those 4 things that I told you to do, I have no doubt you will hit Success Club this month. But you got to go do them. You got to take the action, and you got to be consistent with it. So do those 4 things. Let's end this month strong, and then commit to following the team calendar for July, which I'll be working on in the next week. Okay?
Thanks.
All right. Thank you guys for being on, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.